By the early 1960s, something extraordinary was happening in Britain. What started as a small underground sound in Liverpool was now spreading like wildfire. Beat music with its raw guitars, steady backbeat, and catchy hooks had become the anthem of a restless young generation. And then came the moment that would change everything. In February 1964, four young men with sharp suits and shaggy haircuts stepped off a plane at JFK Airport. Their names? John, Paul, George, and Ringo. Together, they were the Beatles. When they appeared on The Ed Sullivan Show just 2 days later, over 73 million Americans were watching. That's more than 1/3 of the entire US population at the time. Overnight, the Beatles became a global obsession, and the phenomenon was christened the British Invasion. But it wasn't just the Beatles. Almost immediately, other bands from the UK joined the wave. Groups like the Rolling Stones, with their raw, bluesy edge, and the Animals, with their soulful sound, were right behind them. Then came the Kinks, the Searchers, and Jerry and the Pacemakers, all bringing something new and exciting to a scene that had been dominated by American rock and roll. Beat music had arrived, and it wasn't asking for permission. Across the Atlantic, America was in awe. The sound was different, cleaner than rock and roll, but still rebellious, filled with energy and a youthful confidence that was impossible to ignore. Suddenly, every teenager wanted a guitar, every garage became a rehearsal space, and every radio station was playing the latest British hits.
It wasn't just about the music, though. It was about the look, the attitude, and the cultural shift it represented. Young people felt like the world finally belonged to them, and beat music was the soundtrack to that revolution. The British invasion also changed the business of music. Record labels scrambled to sign any group with a British accent, and TV shows begged for appearances from the next big thing. The charts were no longer led by just Elvis and the Beach Boys now, they were dominated by names from across the pond. But what really made the invasion powerful was how quickly it spread. Within months, the sound reached Canada, Australia, Japan, and beyond. The British invasion wasn't just a trend, it was the first true global music movement, fueled by mass media and an audience hungry for something fresh. And while the Beatles led the charge, each band brought their own unique flavor. The Rolling Stones leaned into a grittier, rebellious image, appealing to those craving something edgier. The Animals brought soul and blues into the mix, while bands like the Hollies delivered harmonies that made every lyric unforgettable. It was a perfect storm, the right sound, the right look, and the right time. The post-war youth had money to spend, radios and TVs were everywhere, and music had never been more accessible. The British invasion didn't just change music, it reshaped culture, inspiring fashion, art, and even the way people spoke and acted. For a generation growing up in a world of rapid change, beat music and the British invasion were more than just entertainment. They were a statement, a declaration of identity, freedom, and rebellion, all wrapped up in a 3-minute song.
Thanks for watching this deep dive. If you enjoyed exploring the story of beat music, hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss our next deep dive into the world of music. Until next time, keep listening and keep discovering.